Hey everyone, this is Josh Shoemaker and Dan Keenan here again. The latest ball review from SPI. So this time it's going to be for the newest Roto Grip release, which is going to be the RST Hyperdrive Pearl. So if you guys are a fan of the original RST Hyperdrive big solid nano cover, I ended up taking the nano out of the base and adding the pearlized additives to it. So this is a substantially weaker cover. So it features the RST plus AI core, which is found in the original one, but now has the UR1 Pearl cover. And it's finished with the Power Edge polish as well. Had a little bit of time to throw this now, so I actually I threw it out of box. Wasn't a huge fan of how it rolled with the polish on it, so I ended up cracking the shell with 1,000, and then just kind of letting it lane shine a little bit. And it's been a really good piece. In a couple of the leagues I bowl in a second and third shift league, so a ton of friction, a lot of over under, so it's been really good at kind of blending the cliff for me. So just a house shot out here like usual today. Definitely has a good amount of league and open play on it, so you can already feel that they're hooking in the front and pretty stretched down lane. So sorry, a little bit further left than normal. Ugh.
All right, so I only threw about 5 shots of mine so far when we were warming up, so it's fresh. I went just a little bit stronger than my Gremlin, trying to separate the two a little. So this one's 4 1/4 by 3 by 2.5. Just trying to get it to start up just a little earlier. Definitely see it stronger in the front.
I'm going to stand in the same spot with this one with my eyes one left, just try to keep it in the puddle a little bit longer. See if I can get that stubborn 7-pin out. Ooh, not that far in the puddle. All right, so somewhere between the last 2 shots there.
We're definitely bowling on leftover from league last night, so the over-under is definitely present.
All right, let's try to split the difference between the last 2 shots here. There you go.
Better.
A little more forward with that one. Tried to let it kind of blend in the middle there. Seeing a little bit over under with mine right now, but Dan's looked pretty good so far.
My first impressions are definitely stronger than a couple pieces we have, but the cover seems to kind of balance it out and still get around the corner.
Got the 7 out.
Got the 7. Dana can't yell at me.
So I definitely see the SPI lines as of late have definitely favored feel like the bigger engine, cleaner cover balls. feel like they're kind of a happy medium for pretty much anyone. Whether you're league bowler or tournament bowler, you're always going to end up throwing a ball kind of similar to this. I've been a big fan of the bigger engine, cleaner cover balls in leagues because I can hit them with a little bit of surface and kind of get them to blend, but they're clean enough where I can kind of open up my angles later in the night and not have any issues with the ball clear in the front part of the lane. There you go. It's pretty good now. I touched it with a fresh 1,000 right before we started filming and just looked like it needed a couple shots there to kind of glaze back up.
Josh doesn't like giving the Power Edge a chance.
Not a big polish fan.
But I like it. I usually keep it on the balls, a few of them, just so I have those options. I'm going to move one back right off that last shot, just try to be a little firmer. That was better.
This piece definitely not lazy down lane by any means. That's for sure.
No, it seems to. I used to dry a little bit more there, and definitely seemed to blend it properly.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move 2 and 2 here, and slow it down just a touch and let it read. Thought that was pretty good. That one didn't quite want to get through the pins there. Might have been a little on the quick side.
Let's stay in the same spot. Just cheat my eyes in just a little more. Oh, a lot more. Held line. That was about 3 left of my 10.
All right, let's see if I can get one more decent one here before we switch balls. So the comparison balls I brought a Intention Star RS2, which I've been keeping a little bit of scuff on it. It also has a little bit stronger layout, and then the Gremlin, which is drilled the same as this 4 1/4 inch pin with like a 3-inch buffer. So I'm just gonna go back to where I started with it because I feel like maybe I was creeping a little too far left there. All right. That went a little wide. Feels like there's a decent amount of friction in the front part of this lane, so I think, at least for me, with the little surface I added on it, doesn't quite want to get through the front part of it as well. It's kind of making it wiggle a little down lane.
All right, I'm just going to try to make a better shot, not really move here. There we go.
Right. So I guess kind of the perks for you guys, you get to kind of see the good, the bad, and the ugly when we film these videos. Right now, it doesn't look fantastic for me, but the last 2 league sets that I bowled with it, I had 730, 740 with it. So I can, when there was a little bit more fresh oil out there, it definitely looked a little bit better. So I'll throw a Tension Star S2 here on the same spot. This one has stronger layout. It's a 4-inch pin with a little bit shorter of a buffer, and then it's got some more scratch on it. So this is going to want to stand up a little bit quicker. So same spot here. You can see that one picked up quite a bit earlier and was a little bit smoother off of it compared to the Hyperdrive Pearl.
All right, so I brought an XL and a Gremlin. XL going to be stronger, solid. I would imagine this would be my start piece, probably transition into the hyperdrive and then eventually to the gremlin. I'm going to move 2 left just out of curiosity here. So that was 2 left, 2 and 2 basically. Dug through the that slop in the middle a lot more. Huh.
Yeah, the center's been pretty interesting the last year that I've noticed of bowling league here, as it feels like on the fresh they're pretty gettable, and then kind of in the middle they get really funky for a while, and then once they get really chopped up they kind of go back to being gettable again. And I think we're kind of like right in the middle there. They're a little funky right now. So go ahead and move 2 left here, 2 and 2. Feel a little bit more in the puddle. All right. Yeah, just kind of a little bit of the no-go zone right now in the middle part of the lane. You can see left, shred the rack, and left another 7th in there. So.
All right, I'm going to show the gremlin here while I'm still in that same part of the lane. I'm trying to hit that tracer down the lane. I'm actually going to move my feet to where the last shot with the RST was. I would expect it probably 10 pins. It did not 10 pin. So gremlin is at least a foot cleaner, I would say. And definitely more responsive down lane, but that's just the numbers, I think. The covers seem pretty similar.
All right, so I'll go ahead and throw the gremlin on the same spot as the last shot with hyperdrive pearl, and you should see this one scoot through it quite a bit easier. Ooh. Yeah. Much cleaner through the front part of the lane, for sure.
All right, I'm going to go back to the hyperdrive. And stand where I threw the XL. See what it does. Comparatively. It's going to be a good 1-2 punch there. 1-2-3 punch, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. I was telling Dan before we started filming the video, I was throwing the physics black out and then into this, both of them with some scuff on them, and it's been a really good 1-2 progression in the league the last couple of weeks here. So I'll go back to the hyperdrive pearl here. I'm just going to give this one just a little bit of air. I think it's burning up in the front part of the lane for me. All right, it's better. I just wanted to get that one like a foot or 2 further out in the lane there, and looked a little bit better. It wrapped the 10, but it actually got through the front 10 feet of the lane, as opposed to the last one kind of felt like it locked up and went forward a little bit.
All right, I'm going to move 2 left. I'm going to move my eyes actually 2 right, see if I can play it off the friction a little more, just to see, get an idea what the limitations on this are. So I was using the friction a little more. I had to move 2 left off of the last shot to use it. Probably slow it. Yeah, I slowed it down about a half a mile an hour.
All right, throw one more here. I'm going to move just a touch further right here. Just a little bit of air. See if we can get one to on the strike here. There we go. That's a little better.
So it flares, just so everybody knows.
Mine definitely flares the entirety of the ball, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
All right, I'm going to throw one more good one.
See if we can end
And
on,
then you're gonna go to the
on
pro
a double
shop.
here.
And then double, and then you're going to go to the pro shop and drill some. Oh, that was really good.
The AI core, there you go.
There we go.
All right, guys. So we both, I think, kind of like what we see out of this so far. I didn't do the best job at showcasing that, but my scores the last couple weeks have been a big fan of being able to go to this a little bit later in the league sets and have something that's going to be a little bit cleaner, but still kind of control the body of the lane. So if you guys are interested, head over to your local Storm VIP Pro Shop, and by the time this video is put out, it'll be available for your own purchase. We'll catch you on the next one.